Steph, offense has been really tough to come by at home. Is it the opponent or just the out of rhythm at Chase Center?
I don't know what the numbers look like on the road and how much of a discrepancy there is there, but we've played, two good defenses these last two games. Haven't been able to. Cleveland was more our defense affecting our offense, but obviously you still got to put points on the board. Tonight was just a little disjointed rhythm early, and you can't ever really build up a presence here. We can get our crowd into it and really feel good about what we're doing. It seemed like we're chasing the whole game, so I think the outcome's been because of a lot of different reasons, and we got to figure it out.
It's I think 9 out of 10 games or 10 out of 11. No one else has scored 20. Can you feel the extra focus or whatever, or the defense saying we're going to let the other guy shoot and just take away you?
I mean, there's always been an approach of guarding us for years. Like, where attention's going to be, and usually trying to blitz me in a pick and roll or stay body tight on Clay when he doesn't have it coming off pin downs or, whatever the case is. So we have to make adjustments. We can't just keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. But it's not a panic or anything. It's just a matter of getting a little smarter and a little bit more organized on how we're creating good shots and trusting that we have the ability to do that with our rotations and the combinations that we put out there. So it does feel like everything's kind of tough to come by in terms of creating good looks, but that's not something that we feel like is unfixable.
Steph,
is that a double negative? Get my grammar, police. Okay, thank you.
Steph, some of these issues you guys have had in the paint over the last two games, how do you go about correcting them?
I mean, it's tough. Just we're not like a paint dominant team where we get that with wig slashing. When you have breakdowns because of the threat of shooting, you can get slips and all that type of stuff. We're not a team that's just going to throw it in the post and get looks like that. Never really have been, but it's about understanding. Like the last two defenses we played, have had two big presence in the paint. Mobley and Jared Allen, and then Rudy and Cat tonight. So you're not just gonna. We get stuck a little bit, and I had 2 turnovers tonight where you don't have a plan when you get in there, and those big guys are long and lengthy at the rim, and you don't have options, so you have to play under control in those type of situations. But honestly, if our defense, with the fouling and getting stops, that fuels our offense. That's always been our strength. If you don't, they have to be connected. So that's a big part of loosening up defenses that are trying to make us take the tough jumpers and keeping everybody out in the perimeter.
Steph, some of the young guys came in at the end and they made a little run. Do you think they could have been utilized earlier in the game, and are you expecting them to be a part of the next game in terms of minutes?
I'm just super proud of the way that they've approached. It's like 2 games in a row now where they've come with a big burst of energy when the game felt like it was out of touch. And that's just showing that they stay ready and they have a sense of pride of taking advantage of whatever minutes and whatever they're asked to do. Everything is on the table for us for adjustments when we've lost 3 straight and you have to make adjustments. I don't know if that's a rotation thing or whatever the case is, but everything is on the table and everybody has to be ready to step in and do what they're asked to do based on what coach kind of sees and what we talk about before Tuesday. So they're obviously capable. They've played minutes for us on the road, and I think it was in Cleveland and Denver. They played pretty well, so just stay ready. I told BP that after the game. things change really quickly.
Steph, on a little different note, nice to see you. Kelly Oubre meant a lot to you guys in his time here, I know. And have you maybe reached out to him? That's a little bit scary and shocking, I'm sure, when you see anyone go through an accident like that. Any thoughts?
I mean, our thoughts are with him. That's such a scary, scary news to get. And, thankfully I think from all accounts, he's going to be okay. Basketball aside, that's a blessing. We said a prayer for him before the game, before we took the court. Just, we've loved his time here. No, it was only that 1 year, but just pray that he has a quick recovery and him and his family find peace through it. He's got a beautiful family, and it's obviously bigger than basketball in the sense of him being okay and taking care of himself for life. So I hope he has a full recovery.
Hey, Steph. Matt Lively, CBS Bay Area News. So nice to meet you. With Tuesday coming up, does the in-season tournament game have a different feel to it? Is it more of a playoff atmosphere for you guys?
Oh, absolutely. It felt like that in OKC. OKC is going to feel like that Tuesday, and there's even bigger stakes for us to respond to, getting beat by the same team we're playing on Tuesday. So got to come with it. And we have to understand that there are consequences associated with those 4 games that you play in your pool and trying to get to Vegas. So I love it because it gives you an extra sense of urgency early in the year.
Have the guys figured out the format, or is there still a little bit of confusion about how to advance?
If you just take the time to read the situation, it's pretty straightforward. I love the commentary around nobody knows what's going on, but if you actually just take a second, take a deep breath, and understand there are 6 groups, and whoever has the best record out of the 6 groups and 2 wild cards, go. And then you play a bracket from there and try to get to Vegas, the Final Four, play 2 games. Championship is an extra game, but there's monetary stakes on the line. And then everybody else who doesn't make the bracket gets regular season games made up. Pretty simple.
Liga love you. That was perfect.
It's pretty simple.
What's the chance of having a 40-second home game? There's actually a chance of that, you know that?
If you're
Somebody could have a 40-second home game if you, not on all of the tickets, but we were going through it today on ticket sales. So what you do, you wouldn't know until like 2 days ahead of time.
It's a great thing.
Steph, just one more question. I'm sorry. I know you said everything's on the table with you guys, losing 3 in a row. Is perhaps maybe running more pick and rolls one of the things that could be on the table?
I mean, yeah. That definitely qualifies as an adjustment, just trying to keep our offense maybe a little bit more simple through the meat of the game. I know our offense is definitely predicated on ball movement and player movement, but when you have teams that try to force you into situations and, send a crowd to certain guys, you have to have counters. And if things aren't kind of materializing the way you want to in the meat of the game, that is a way to kind of slow it down and try to orchestrate, good shot creation, take advantage of matchups and all that type of stuff. We've done it before, not to the level that probably other teams do, but we've had success kind of trying to find a nice balance. And it's that and our defense and everything else combined that'll help us get over the hump.
Great, thank you. Appreciate that.